Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a super exciting unboxing. I have been dreaming of having a cordless vacuum for a long time. Now, I got my handheld cordless and I love that. Don't get me wrong, chef's kiss. It's fantastic. But a standing cordless vacuum I have dreamed of for a very long time. And I've had a Hetty Hoover for, I want to say, over 6 years. She has been beautiful. She has worked a charm, but there is no feeling like getting the base of the Hetty Hoover vacuum stuck around a corner, around a table, around a chair. It is infuriating. And now don't get me wrong, that's not a reason necessarily to buy a cordless vacuum, but I have wanted a cordless vacuum for a very long time for another reason, and that is that I don't think my space needed the Hetty Hoover. She lasted a long time. She was amazing. She's still in good working order, and she's with one of my neighbors, which is great. So if I do want to see her, I guess I could. But ultimately, having a cordless vacuum that I can go from room to room in my small apartment with really easily, conveniently, is ultimately what I need and what I wanted. And I have been so lucky to have been sent the Halo Capsule X. I'm so excited and I can't wait to unbox it. So I'm gonna go grab it now. We're gonna unbox it and we're gonna have a look, we're gonna set it up, and then we're gonna give it a test run. Hetty left a couple days ago. The place needs a vacuum, so it's the perfect opportunity to give it a go, and I can see how it works, how it does. We have wood floors. They're wood laminate, so it's not hardwood floors, but we have wood laminate. I have a rug, I have carpets, I have tile. So we have some variety in order to give it a go. So I'm really excited and I'm gonna go grab it now. So give me just a sec and we'll jump right into the unboxing. First, on top, the user guide. This is going to be our best friend because we're gonna set the Capsule X up together. The great thing about the Capsule X is that there's a 2-year warranty and there's a 100-day money-back guarantee. The Halo team call these dust pouches. I would be more familiar with the term vacuum bags. Call them whatever you'd like. They essentially fit into the vacuum, into the main unit, and collect all of the dust. The Capsule X also comes with some attachments. So this is a brush and upholstery tool. It's very similar to my handheld in how it attaches. It'll just click into place. Brush, upholstery, brush tool. That's what it looks like when the brush is activated, and this is when the upholstery tool is in place. This is the main unit itself. Okay, so this is the main vacuum unit. This is where the dust pouches go. This is the handle. This is where you'll be holding the vacuum when we're doing some vacuuming. And then we'll attach the rest of the vacuum on here. And it's kind of nice. It actually gives you instructions on how to attach, how to add in the dust pouch. So I love things like that. When they make it easy, they know we're keen. They know we're eager to get in here and use the vacuum. So they know to put this sticker on to remind us, don't jump too far ahead. So yeah, I would do that. I'm that person, but because we're going slow, we're unboxing. We're gonna leave the sticker on for now and I'll show you what else is in the box. This is the extension tube. Has to fit really nicely. So this is the arm, the extension arm for the vacuum. It's really cute and colorful, and this fun blue that matches the brush. The next thing in the box is the stretch hose. This is the wall charger. Super small and compact, really easy to find. Brands need to do this more. They need to put their logo on the product because the amount of plugs and cords I have in a box is unreal. And to have that makes it so much easier to find. This one is a hard floor roller. That's why it's so soft. It's got these little ridges. It's for hard floors. Then there are also other heads. This is the motor brush head. So I'm just gonna unbox this. There you go. So this is the main motor head attachment. So you can see on here, it's got the brand logo, it's got the brush bristles. This is gonna grab everything that's gonna be on your carpet, on your wood floors, and it's got the wheels on the back here, easy rolling. Yes, so that is the main vacuum head. And this is what you'll need to charge in order to use the vacuum. Potentially most importantly is the battery. Here, these two go together, super light. So once we get the whole vacuum set up, I'll have to have a comparison and see actually how heavy the entire thing is. Last but not least, we have the wall dock. So I'm just gonna grab this out so you can see. So this is if you wanted to mount it onto the wall. It comes with some screws so that you can easily attach this and keep the vacuum in one place. So we've gotten everything out of the box and I have the user manual here. We are going to now get started. And the first thing that says in the user manual is to fit the dust pouch. So I'm gonna remove this sticker. That's telling us how to do the dust pouch. You need to open here and press that. Then you can see inside, this is where the dust pouch will go. I'm not sure how light it is in there. Let's grab a dust pouch. So I've got it to sit flat like this, and then you just close it and then snap it. And that is the dust pouch in. Now let's pop the battery on. Okay, so Halo logo is upright. Wow, that was so easy. That just clicked right in. I actually just had to double click it. It says to double check before you use it, so I've just given it a second click into place. While I plug this in and untangle the cord, I'm just gonna tell you a few things about the battery itself. So the battery is connected here, as you saw, we put it in, but you cannot charge the battery while using the vacuum. So the vacuum has to be charged up and not plugged in order to be used. So make sure you're not using it while you've plugged it into charge. I'm just gonna plug this in here now, and you can see it's lighting up. The battery indicator will show the level of charge from 0 to 100, and that's in like 25% increments. So these are each 25%. The Capsule X can be left connected when fully charged. So you can actually leave it. If it's fully charged, it doesn't matter if you forget to unplug it. So that's good to know. The charger will go into a sleep mode and there will be no electricity being consumed. So that is great to know. In order to use the vacuum at the full run time, you need to leave the Capsule X to be charged for 2 hours from empty. And if the battery is really hot, you'll have to leave it for an extra 30 minutes. And there are different runtime guides, which are in the user manual. And when you're using the vacuum, which we won't see today because it's fully charged up, but this will indicate red. So it will let you know when you need to charge it up again, which is great. We love that. While it's plugged into charge, I thought we could get it set up. So I'm gonna grab this. This is where it clicks in. So where you see these buttons, this little attachment, this is the main stick here that's gonna go. Magic, so easy. I don't know how to tell you this, but basically I forgot to press on to charge. Like in the UK we have like a wall switch. I didn't plug it in. So we're gonna resume this tomorrow. I'm gonna leave it to charge and I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Good morning. It is the next day. The vacuum is charged. It actually finished charging really quickly. When you're using the vacuum, you turn it on here. And then this is, so here's the button for turning it on. Then there's this, which is the motor head spinning tool. And this is the 3 different modes. So you have the least, middle, and most. And when you're using the vacuum on carpet, the most recommended setting is to have the brush head spinning because then it can grab all the hair. So we're in the bedroom now. Got the vacuum here, as you can see, and we're gonna test it on carpet first. So here we are. I'm gonna unclick it. And here are the on-off buttons. So here it's on. And then you can choose the different mode. They recommend the motor head tool. I'm gonna turn it on and I'm gonna put it into and yeah, overall I'm super impressed. it collected so much hair. So here we are, we're in the living room. This is a flat woven rug. So you'll see here, I'm just gonna click that into place. I'm gonna turn it on. And it's on the second mode right now, and then I'm gonna put it into the boost mode with the spinning head. This is really smooth actually. I'm super impressed. And it just kind of glides. So I think on a flat rug is much easier than like a high pile rug. So I do want to preface this that this is like a laminate floor. It's not hardwood, so it's obviously, I could use the other one on it, but I'm gonna use the hardwood one just so that you can see. It's probably better for my floors in general, but I'm not pressing the rectangular button, and it's on the second mode, which is performance. There's a little bit of fluff here that was caught on the sides, but otherwise this actually looks clean. Okay, something that I didn't touch on yesterday when we were doing the unboxing is that you can essentially turn this into a handheld vacuum too. So I'm actually going to unclip now the longer part of this, and we're gonna attach, sorry, I stepped out of frame there. We're gonna start with the crevice tool, which you saw, essentially they all just click in. So it's super easy to use. I do have a handheld vacuum, but this is a lot bigger in terms of capacity. So if I'm doing jobs around, maybe I'll reach for this. The other one I use more in the kitchen and the living room. So we're in this windowsill corner, which needs a little vacuum. I'm gonna press on. We are in power mode 2. So I've now attached the brush and upholstery tool. So I gave it some thought and I thought, I have these upholstered dining chairs. So we'll give it a test on here. Power mode 2. So turning it off, you can see it's picked up quite a bit of fluff. The only thing I'd say is this stuck on red piece actually has started to come off. So that needs to be secured back down again. So now we've attached the motor brush head. Now we've seen the Halo Capsule X in use. We've used the attachments. You've seen them on different surfaces, hardwood, carpet, rug, windowsills. So now let's talk about what the pros and cons are for me. And personally, this is my first time using a cordless vacuum in replacement of my Hetty Hoover, which was a big corded Hoover. So the first thing I want to touch on that for me is a pro is that this vacuum has dust bags. Now, in comparison to the Dyson or other cordless vacuums, they don't have dust bags, so you have to clean them out on the inside. I prefer a dust bag. I think it's a lot easier. You finish using it, you throw it away. These ones should last weeks at a time, and especially if you're in a small flat or house, they might last even longer. Someone else who might be looking for a vacuum, you may not want dust bags, but for me, I love that. I think it's just easy to use, convenient, and once you're done with it, you're done with it. I also felt that the charge time overall was super quick. I think it was about 2 hours, and then it was at 4 bars. So I was really impressed with that. I like how it gives you the 25% intervals so you can see how it's doing. So you know that if you're gonna unplug it, you're only halfway or you're maybe almost fully charged, you may as well leave it for the full charge. Visually, I have to say it doesn't look as techy as maybe some competitor vacuum cleaners. It's a bright color, it's fun, it's easy to use. The handle is really ergonomic for me. I found it really easy to hold on to while I was vacuuming. And ultimately, it doesn't have any clear parts, you know, when you're collecting the dust. But as I said earlier, I really like a dust bag. So the aesthetics wise, I'm kind of glad that that's at the top. It's encapsulated and I don't have to look at all the dirt that I'm sucking up. Overall, I also found its cleaning power really, really great. I was really impressed. I have only had a corded vacuum in the past, and so I had high expectations because Hetty, although she is bulky, she really, really got to work. And I have to say, the amount of hair that this Halo Capsule X vacuumed up in the bedroom and all of the crumbs that it picked up while in the kitchen. I'm really impressed overall, and I think it will be a great asset to me to have in the flat that is non-corded. So now let's move on to some of the cons. I don't have a tremendous amount of cons, but there were a couple things that stood out to me that you might want to reconsider when purchasing this vacuum cleaner. The first one that was the biggest change for me is that you have to press a button in order for the head to rotate while you're vacuuming. So it's not just on and it's spinning while you're vacuuming. You have to press a button, which takes extra battery life in comparison to another vacuum which might already just spin. Pulling it back was a little bit harder when you're going back and forth, back and forth. I did find pulling it back because the spin is so strong that it was a little bit more difficult. And of course you do have to press the button, but you don't have to press and hold it. So that is a relief. I would not like to press and hold, but in this case, you just press down, it spins, and that's all you need to do. The other thing that, although is not necessarily a con, but could be something that you want to consider when buying this vacuum, is that it does have lots of different heads for lots of different things. So for example, the Hetty Hoover, she did have a few attachments with her, but overall the vacuum pretty much worked on all floor surfaces. I didn't really have to do much. If I didn't want the head on the end for crevices, I just take the main head off and use the pole itself. If you are looking for multi-surface cleaning, then that's great. For me, I just want to kind of get in and out, get the vacuuming done, and I'm not going to be switching out the heads so much. So for me, that does fall a little further into the con category. And lastly, I won't say this is necessarily a con, but just something I thought about when creating this pros and cons list in my head is that there are different modes, and although the modes are helpful, ultimately you still always will want to press the motor head to work. So while it does have eco mode, and that might be fine while you're using any of the attachments, when you do have the main heads on the vacuum, you do need to make sure that you're pressing the button so that the motor head does spin. So looking at the pros and looking at the cons, there were a few cons which you can think about for yourself if that's something that you like or dislike in a vacuum. It's super compact, it's gonna fit stored away somewhere that I don't need to look at it every day, whereas Hetty Hoover was sat behind our living room door. She's not the most fun to look at when you're watching TV. So I've got to say, I'm really excited to have this put away, stood up in a corner, in a closet. I don't have to think about it. When I want it, I can go grab it. So yes, overall, I'm really happy with this vacuum. If you have any questions or other things that I can test, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon again on my channel. Bye!